And we're back, folks. Second half action
of the opening game, this BRIT 48th, the 48th annual. We got the Garden City Gophers out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, 45. Your host, Bedford Road Redhawks out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, 25 after the first half here.
First half down. It's flying by already.
Isn't it?
The tournament is just flying by.
It always does.
Wow. Aggressive start. That went down low to Aruda Welch. Couldn't get it to go.
Redhawks going to have the ball here. Ali into Lytle.
Interesting to see if Bedford Road changes their strategy. Try to cut this 20-point lead down. Oh, right into the breadbasket there. McMurtry couldn't get a grip.
Looks like Garden City's content with sticking with their first half strategy of kind of the outside shooting.
Putting points
on the board.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy.
Pretty much the strategy.
Yeah. Let's just score more than they do. As a coach,
that's pretty much how I thought basketball worked. You just go out and score more than the other team. I think hockey is similar.
Right.
Soccer, football, any game that really involves a ball.
You just want to score more than they do.
Score more than they do. Ooh, some good defense there. Morcilla not letting Collins through. Oh, no look pass.
Penner. Ball's up for grabs. Ali comes down with it. He's battling with Aruda Welsh.
DeLeon with a nice no look pass there. Lytle controlling traffic, gets it in. Murtry looking for somewhere to go.
Oh, Collins.
No dice.
Rebounds up for grabs. Tagle picks it up. DeLeon can't get to go. Rebounds up for grabs. It's going to be a Red Hawk ball here.
Cole Penner with a bit of a battle.
Ben's got it. He kicks it outside to Ali. Ali back to Ben. What's the call here?
So, some form of infraction.
Order a push on the Redhawks.
Okay.
Referee Mike Harrington saw something that I didn't, but that's all good. That's why he gets paid to do it.
That's right.
Makes those tough calls.
Oh, good hustle by
Lytle. Yeah. McMurtry, who caused the turnover there, couldn't make good on the three. Penner outside to DeLeon, back to Penner. Penner shoots the three. He hits with two defenders in his face.
One of the many sharpshooters here for Garden City.
Yeah.
Free Ben, rocking Michael Jordan's digits. Can't get it. Oh, fast break down the court.
To DeLeon. Gets the easy layup coming off the turnover.
Lytle back outside.
Lytle for three. Doesn't get to go. Collins is there for the rebound.
Collins having a solid game for Bedford.
Looks like Collins showing some frustration. Him and Ali kind of got mixed up defensively. You can see that on that little break there.
Malfunction at the junction, for sure.
Yeah. And the result was a foul on the play to Ali. His second of the game. Looks like Ali and Ben are both going to come have a seat into the game. Number 1, Horace Lamb.
Horace Lamb, eh?
He's into the game. Yeah, and number 15, Yusuf Nabi.
Yusuf getting some more runaround time here.
Very good. Yusuf, a tall, lean fella.
Yes, tall and lean.
Maybe we can I don't know, maybe he can pick up a few rebounds or something here. Horace Lamb has the Leon in his face. He manages to get rid of it. Collins kicks it out to McMurtry. McMurtry's going to try to take it in. Can't get it. Kicks outside to Lytle. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Lytle puts it up. Gets it off in time. Rebound picked up by DeLeon. Oh! Looked like a 3-man weave there, just like Coach drew it up.
The ball effortlessly.
DeLeon, Aruda Welsh, Penner, basket, done. Back to defense. That was pretty crisp.
Yeah, you know, they're
Aruda Welsh to Penner again.
To order pizza.
Penner's fouled. McMurtry gives him a hack.
Fouls on McMurtry.
Penner's going to shoot two.
I have money on him getting two. He's got one.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. That's a good bet.
Okay.
Lytle going to carry it up.
Seeing more teams enter the fray here. The gym getting a little more full.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Bishop Grandin making their way to the warm-up gym. They're playing right after this against Saskatoon's own Bishop James Mahoney.
Yes, and that game starts at, I believe, 5:30.
No, scheduled for a 4 p.m. start.
That's right.
And then at 5:30, who's at 5:30? Looks like we have Holy Cross.
Yes.
Saskatoon's own
Perennial
versus Regina
contender.
Campbell, the Tartans.
The other team from Regina.
Right.
Always overshadowed by LeBoldus.
By LeBoldus, yeah, they have been in recent memory, haven't they?
Lamb slowing things down. Lamb with a nice pair of
Looking
shoes.
for someone to go. No one's moving for him. He does have a nice set of kicks here.
He does.
The teal on peach.
Now, I've noticed as basketball switched from the high top back down to more of a low cut shoe.
Right.
I grew up in an era where you wanted the high top.
Nothing but high
ankle
tops.
Support. Now
Some
I see
pumps.
more, a lot more low cut shoes. I don't know if that's weight.
I always thought the high tops were good for ankle support. I thought that's
that's
why you
what
wore
I
them.
thought.
I thought the lower shoes weren't quite as good.
Roll
But
your ankle.
Timeout. Call.
BritBasketball.net.
Big timeout here. Garden City with a 55-27 lead. 3:28 left in the third quarter. And for those of you at home, remember they're only 8-minute quarters, so things go fast and things go furious here.
yep.
I see a lot of tacos in a bag out in the audience now.
Okay. And we got a very important memo earlier in the week saying the dilly bars are back.
The dilly bars are back.
Quite a few complaints last year
Bit of a 1-year hiatus, I believe.
on the DQ dilly bars, but this year the DQ dilly bars are back for sale at the concession, and I know a lot of people are happy about that.
Well, I know one thing. I'll be eating my fair share.
See, I'm more of a hot dog kind of guy myself,
Well, last year I thought I could beat my record of 7 hot dogs throughout the BRIT tournament, and I petered out at 8.
What? You only had 8 last year?
Yeah, I wanted to really push the record further. I wanted to shatter it. I wanted to really set the bar.
Right.
So my record is 8. I've had 1 in me. I've got a lot of basketball left. So
And a lot of dogs left.
we'll see how many dogs a man can eat.
They're delicious.
Bun size is crucial.
Bun, you know what? It's all about the bun to meat ratio.
No, I don't need a lot of bun.
And how are you feeling about this year's bun to meat ratio?
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
I mean, I think last year the buns were a little too big.
You're right. And this year, what are your
I
thoughts?
think they're a little smaller. I would have preferred a smaller bun. I'll just
Right.
go without the bun.
Okay.
Just swallow the dog.
You know, I tend to agree with you. I'd say they're smaller than last year as far as bun goes, which is a good thing. But for my preference, I could go even smaller.
Yeah. Like the Wonder Bread ones.
Oh, yeah, those thin little...
Not that I'm sanctioning Wonder Bread. I think all brands of buns are equally good.
Actually, I think we can get sued for mentioning the WB Wonder Bread.
I'm sure.
They're not one of our official sponsors.
They're
What are you
not on
doing?
the walls here. That's true. That is very true.
Speaking of that, we can take some time to thank some of our sponsors. We got Rock Creek Tap and Grill. What's that? Minuteman Press, Tundra Electric, Trail Appliance, Hunter's Bowling Center, the Star Phoenix, Saskatoon's one and only place to get news in paper form. Goodyear Certified Tires, Budget Rent-A-Car,
So
and
many
more.
people in the community.
And more.
Stepping up, opening wallets, helping out, sponsoring this tournament couldn't exist without the sponsorship and the community coming together.
Right. And without our volunteers.
Oh,
Every year between
Countless
1
hours.
and 200 student volunteers from the school.
it's amazing. Just how everybody comes together to make this event such a success.
And of course, alumni coming back, both as spectators and volunteers. Former teachers, former staff members coming back as spectators and volunteers.
Yeah, it's heartwarming.
Yeah.
But back to basketball.
Oh, right.
Garden City with a 30-point lead.
Hey,
with
57-27.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
So, I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing Bedford Road come back in this game. I think it's a Garden City win, but that doesn't mean that we haven't seen some real bright spots from the Bedford Road Redhawks. Collins,
Good passion, good aggression.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. After starting off slow, he's looking really good. McMurtry, Lytle, Ben, right? They're trying. They're not going down without a fight, that's for sure.
Mohamed Salah on the floor. He's a grade 10. Not on the list.
I say, not listen. He's maybe a late call-up from the junior
Give
team.
him some Brit experience. Give him shake those Brit nerves from when he's in grade 11 next year.
And what's that fella's name again? He's number 22 on the court right now.
Yes, he's got that beautiful flat top.
Kind of the old kid and play.
Yes, I told him to grow it out like Kid and Play.
Oh, that's
Was it
sweet.
Kid and Play? Who had the?
I can't remember. But yeah, they're really short on the sides with a sweet flat square top.
That's right.
That's cool hair. But yeah, what's that young fella's name?
Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed
Yes,
Salah.
one of my students from last year. Got to know him well. Good
Well-
kid. Oh, good hustle by Lytle.
And obviously, Coach Fay sees some potential in him, putting him on the court here as a grade 10, calling him up for the game. So obviously, Coach Fay's looking to the future and sees some potential for leadership out of that young man.
Always developing. Always planning ahead.
Smart thing to do.
You don't plan ahead, you just get left behind.
Ooh. Words of
Vital.
wisdom.
Vital part of the program.
Lytle's going to put up a 3.
Oh!
Hey!
Justin Lytle.
So wish. Let's make it sound.
Line, that was absolutely beautiful. Nothing but net. Garden City not dipping into the bench as much as I thought they might with this sort of a lead.
All right, Cashton for 3.
Scoring Gaston for 3.
Jeez, they're scoring with ease. Like, I mean, they looked like they kicked around 10 passes, then he put up a 3 and kind of drained it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're certainly not pressing to score.
It looks effortless.
It does. It does. They kind of kick it around, few passes, and then eventually someone just hits a 3. That's just kind of what they do.
That's what they do. They
Yeah.
just dial long distance and no charges.
Yeah. Walk back, play some defense.
Yep.
Into the game here for the Red Hawks, number 21, Keenan Umperville.
Okay.
Looks like Coach Fahey's kind of deepening the bench here. Calling to the bench a little bit more.
Get the boys off the pine, give them a bit of a run around,
Yeah.
Get those Brit jitters out.
I'll say with this game out of reach, I think it's important, and obviously he does too, to get some of your bench players in and get them some experience, because you never know how the next game's going to go, and you might need to rely on some of those
Unless
players.
you're psychic, and if you guys are, feel free to write in the chats or send us an email.
Yep.
We're on Facebook, BRIT Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. We're also on Twitter, at the BRIT Classic. We're everywhere, folks. We're everywhere you need us. We're there.
Yeah, if anybody's got any inside tips about things I need to know, please let me know. I got a bookie, shouldn't really be saying this, but I do a little bit of gambling here on BRIT, and any inside tips I think would be really, really appreciated from my end. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Christmas is hard on me this year.
It's hard on us all.
You know, blew the budget. I'm looking to make some quick and easy cash off of high school basketball here.
And no better place than right here in Bedford Road's own BRIT, the 48th. Well, here we are, folks, 62-30. For those of you wanting to know how this tournament's going to work, if you lose, you move over to the consolation side, I believe.
Yep.
So I hate to say it, Bedford Road probably not coming back in this one. So they will play tomorrow at 12:30 against the loser of
Game 3. So that's the Holy Cross versus Regina Campbell game.
Yes.
Wow, winner of this game, which is looking like it's going to be the Garden City Gophers, is going to move on to play the winner of the game immediately following this between the Bishop James Mahoney Saints and the Bishop Grandin Ghosts.
Love that name.
The Ghosts versus the Saints, both are bishops. Okay.
How much more evenly matched can we get?
Yeah. Very cool. And speaking of the Bishop James Mahoney Saints, just behind the basket right now, you can see the boys in blue standing there. They're getting ready for their game immediately following this one, scheduled for a 4 p.m. tip-off.
Oh, there he is again.
Cashed another three. That's his third or fourth.
At least.
Into the game for the Red Hawks, here's Damian Case, number 2. He was fighting for it underneath the hoop, couldn't get it to go.
Damian Case. Another
Penner.
student athlete here at Bedford Road.
Yep. He's fouled. Always a student first. Always
Athlete
a
second.
Athlete second.
What we pride ourselves on here.
Academics, tradition, commitment, excellence, like you mentioned before. And you can't have a tradition of excellence in the athletics without a tradition of excellence in the academics.
Academics
I
first.
believe.
They're the foundation, the building blocks, like the DNA.
The heartbeat of the school.
Mm-hmm. Penner makes that look effortless.
And of course, guys like you and I, brought here specifically for our deep focus on academics as educators, right?
That's
we know that.
That's right.
But I believe paying dividends on the football field.
I believe so.
Should we take some time here to pump up our junior football team?
I think we should.
This year's junior football team, 4 wins and 2 losses. So
best record in how many years?
I'm going to say a decade at least.
We've really turned that
2
program
decades?
around.
Well, I think there's going to be a bit
Nice
of a
no-look pass.
Either a wing named after us, or perhaps a statue or a monument
stairwell,
of sort, something.
A weight room.
I mean,
famous Amos weight room.
right?
Maybe a Giorgio special.
Oh,
You know,
a special of the week.
you know, like
Amos's
the
special of the
Junior
week.
Red Hawk riblets or something along those
I
lines.
like it. I like it a
Coke
lot.
and riblets for. Oh, you can't have a Coke. Sorry.
No, yeah,
Powerade and riblets.
Right.
Maybe a milk and riblets for $6 or something.
Something like that. Coming out of Giorgio's cafeteria.
All right, back to basketball. We have a 40-point lead now.
Ouch.
If I carry the 2, yeah, that's a 40-point lead. Nice rebound control. Can't get it to go. Nabby finally snatches it up.
And for those of you just turning in who are thinking 40-point lead, what's up with that? I mean, you have to keep it into perspective that the host team always comes in as the biggest probably underdog of anyone.
They're automatically invited.
They're automatically
They didn't
invited.
really earn a spot.
So I mean, we're underdogs to start with, and not only that, but we're paired up against one of the top-ranked teams in the tournament right off the hop. So
Yes.
I mean, we obviously have high expectations, but I don't think anyone was expecting them to come out and win this game against the Winnipeg Garden City Gophers,
I don't
who
think
we
so.
know are good,
They're going to make
very
a push
good.
deep, I believe. From what they've displayed with their ability to shoot the ball from the perimeter, I can see them going deep.
Yeah, all weekend.
Semifinal, consolation final, perhaps.
Into the game, J.C. Aaron for the Garden City Gophers.
Good to see they're dipping into the bench a bit here now.
As are the Red Hawks, putting in number 4, Jeffrey Mascascapo, and as well, number 21, Keenan Umperville is in. So it looks like everyone on the Red Hawks got a chance to see the court here this afternoon.
Vital. Vital that you get everybody involved game 1.
Yeah.
Give them a taste. This has been waiting for this. A highlight of the season, really.
Oh, for sure.
You know, besides obviously running for that provincial championship.
Right.
and the playoffs.
So no, you're right. For the host Redhawks, this is the championship, right? This is the
Playing in
highlight
front
of the
home
year.
fans. It's got the professional atmosphere with the cameras, the lights.
Yep. You were floor crew in grade 9 on the junior team. You were floor crew in grade 10. You've been watching. You've been licking your chops, getting ready to get in.
Putting on the ballistics out in the parking lot, taking those toonies in the parking lot.
And now as grade 11s, finally, put in your time and all that hard work.
Hope
now you
to
get
see the court.
to see the court here as a member of the host school, the Redhawks.
Masascapo knifing his way in, kicks it out.
Ali. Oh,
Defense
Marcilla gets a hand on it as Ali was going up for it.
Foul charge to Trayvon Morcilla.
We have a new announcer in training over there, Sean Den Hollander.
He sounds promising already.
He does. He's got the knack.
He's kind of transitioned from score table worker to getting on the mic and kind of becoming a more vocal presence in the gym, which is nice.
I love to hear his sweet voice every day for the announcements.
Oh,
we have some consistency, same person every day. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get quality announcements, SRC events.
A little good morning, Bedford Road. I always love hearing that. I know I always have a good morning when I hear that.
I do too. And I just like the consistency of knowing that the announcements are going to be clear, they're going to be concise, and they're going to be on point.
Professional. He's the consummate professional, Mr. Sean Den Hollander.
Oh, what a spin around there. Wow. That's some of his running back maneuvers there.
Oh, yeah. He did look like that was an R1, I think, if you're a PlayStation player.
Yeah,
that's
you
an
hit
R1.
circle,
spin,
and then you spin again. Lytle picks up that brick. Has Lytle left the floor?
That's a good question. Has Lytle might be the only Redhawks player that hasn't got a seat on the bench yet this game.
Got good cardio.
Making some more substitutions into the game. A super respectful young man who I've got to know in the last year. Number 3, Kenny Olsen.
Kendall.
And he's a guy I didn't really know in grade 9, and he came out for junior football in grade 10 and basketball. Just a real class act in the hallway.
Kid.
Real friendly, good kid, good leader. He gets to see the floor. Number 2, Damian Case. He's another young man I've got to know in the last 6 months, and he's a real gem. Wishing both of these guys luck here in their time on the court.
See a few new faces for Garden City as well.
Number 4, J.C. Aaron. He's
Number
in.
3, Terrence Wilson. He's got a nice flat top.
Riley Francie, number 12,
Terrence
in for
Wilson,
the Gophers as well.
Maybe going for some of that nicest hair as well. He's got a
nice
fade going there.
A
nice flat top. A little higher than Mohamed Salah's.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Penner, realizing this game, he's got this game in hand, is getting on his bench. You don't want to risk injuries to your kind of key guys, and
fatigue
B
as well. Fatigue is key.
Fatigue. You don't want to overtire them. But also you want to make sure that your bench guys are ready to go in case you need to call on them.
That's right. That is right. Okay. Still hanging on to that 40-point lead. It seems like the scoring is sort of stalled here.
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean, I know Coach Penner is a real class act. So my guess is he's probably told his team to lay off a little bit on the scoring, right? So they don't look like they're pressing too hard. The Gophers doesn't look like they're trying to run up the score, right? Mm-hmm. But like we've said time and time again, the excellence of their outside shooting is it's devastating to us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish I could give you the numbers on how many 3 points were shot today. But I'm guessing it's in the double digits for sure.
Yeah, you're right. 12 or 15 threes, I would guess.
Like 40, 45 of their points were three-pointers. So definitely a deep threat, definitely something other teams are going to have to watch for. I know every team is given a DVD at the end of the game so they can watch film overnight so before their next match. There's definitely going to be some coaches in this tournament that are going to want to see they have multiple threats they can attack from multiple angles.
Yeah.
Garden City definitely Definitely setting a standard here so far.
But all
48.
perimeter. My guess is a handful of points from within the paint and everything else has been from the outside.
And if you look at the champions from last year, and a player like Carter Miller, who was always in the paint,
Right.
getting dirty, doing the dirty work, getting the rebounds, power forward to say the least. Marquee player, MVP from last year.
Right.
Not afraid to shoot from range either, but he is definitely somebody that can take it to the house.
And you bring up an excellent point here. A little deeper in the tournament when they start to play some more competitive teams, I wonder how this style play is going to match up against teams with a big man or two who like to get inside the paint. I wonder how well Garden City can defend against a big, strong team.
Well, I mean, I'm looking out the court right now, and this number 12 off the bench, Riley Francie, is listed at 6'1", but he looks a lot bigger than a lot of the other players I've
Actually,
seen.
he does, and a little thicker too, right? Doesn't look like he'll get bounced around quite so easy.
Yeah,
if they
going
play
to set him up against a Carter Miller on rebounds.
Well, they're going to need someone, right? That's my only concern about them potentially making it to the final or even winning the tournament is well, we've seen their shooting, we've seen their speed, and both are top notch. But are they going to be able to push on without that big key factor on the inside?
Yeah, that is very true. Okay,
we'll see. Time will tell.
We will. Damian Case. Oh, air balls a second. Not what he wanted. See, Under Armour really making a push into the sporting market. I notice a lot more Under Armour than I do, say, Reebok or some of the more traditional basketball powerhouse brands. Nike always making a good showing.
Always.
Are you a Nike guy or Nike? Do you say Nike or do you say Nike?
I use them both. I tend to probably say
Nirvana.
I tend to probably say Nike more, maybe.
Okay,
you?
Okay. Well, it depends on my mood.
Oh,
yeah. Like, dude, you stepped on my Nikes. You scuffed my Nikes. If I'm like angry, aggressive, I say
it's
it like
Nikes.
that. Yeah. And then if it's softer, good mood, hey, check out my new Nikes.
Nikes.
Yeah.
You really stressed the E.
Upperville looking for something. There it is. Nice steal.
Under a minute remaining to play in this last quarter. Garden City 77, Bedford Road 33. Battling for the ball down low.
Ball there.
Jeffrey Mascasepo picks up the ball, kicks out the horse slam. 15 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Umperville picks up the rebound. Oh, he can't get it to go. Horace Lamb's in there
points.
too.
Umperville with some nice compression pants. Nicest of the tournament. Keenan Umperville's compression pants. Those are nice.
Those are nice.
It's got the stripe, matches the shoes. Ooh,
yeah, kind
well
of a
put together.
Seattle Seahawk here.
Yeah,
and that is the game.
And that's the first one in the books, folks.
And the Garden City Gophers clinch the victory over the
Game one of BRIT 48 sees the host Redhawks fall 77-33 to the Garden City Gophers out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Stick around.
Garden City Gophers.
Next game, we've got the Bishop James Mahoney Saints out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan take out the Bishop Grandin Ghosts out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
There we go, folks. Signing off. See you on the flip.